go on. I think I'm going to leave an absolute minimum in the north. Oh, the princely states are collapsing. When in doubt, popcorn and tea. Yeah, I will go on to Portugal. I can't do it until political power is recovered, though. Mending the Rift. Gains national spirit. Mending the Rift, which is national unity and reduction to foreign subversion. We can crush the revolutionaries for more political power. I think that's a good idea. The only way we will ever see permanent peace in Spain is to crush the opposition entirely. They have no place in the new order and no strength with which to resist us. That seems to be one too many. As does this, in fact. So the Weldon Owen's own seems to have enough men to at least hold the line, and then the other 14 troops are prepared for the invasion of Portugal. How can you not like popcorn? Popcorn's delicious. Alright, infrastructure construction still going on for a while. Now, do I want to start fabricating on Portugal, or do I want to start moving towards mobilization? I think I want to declare on Portugal first. Cypriots are uprising, the Ottomans have declared war on Cyprus. Before you fight... Oh no, you are fighting the Axis. Okay. I'd rather eat freedom fries. What's my favourite food from France? Croissants. I do rather enjoy a croissant. Russia announces her ambitions. Good for Russia. Well, I'm quite disappointed that Middle Africa never went after Portugal. Going down this line. I need you to go down this line. Come on. What American food do I like? Steaks. I really like American steaks. The British cannot cook a good steak. They always overdo it. Always, always, always. Have I ever had raisin or almond croissant? No, I haven't. Oh, one of the nicest croissants I've had, though, was... Oh, what was it? It was... pecan nuts with maple syrup. Like, absolutely drenched in maple syrup with pecan nuts. Really, really nice. I think they're called pecans, aren't they? Yeah, pecans. Are we talking food? We are absolutely talking food. Medium rares are my favourite. Yeah, barbecue culture in Britain is pretty terrible. Medium rare steaks. Oh, I want one now. Like, one of the reasons I really want to go to Brazil or Argentina is because apparently their steaks are even better. There is actually a Argentinian steakhouse fairly near where I live. It is good. Canadian Commonwealth declared war on the Union of Britain. The Entente are getting involved already. That's good. And we have crushed the revolutionaries. Marvellous. So now we could do Nobody Expects. And then we can get the Spanish Inquisition. I wonder if there is a special thing if you get this in the right order rather than getting Spanish Inquisition then Nobody Expects. So we're going to Nobody Expects and then the Spanish Inquisition. I really hope that there is a positive outcome for doing it in this order. There would bloody well better be. Otherwise that is such a massive missed opportunity. Get it the wrong way around, they're like, slap, what are you doing? And that's also even more political power. Spain is, now and forevermore, a Catholic state, and we must take measures to ensure it remains that way. This means bringing in papal authorities and resurrecting the age-old inquisitions. We will root out those who see faith as something of the past, and with that cleansing, the worst of our opposition shall forever be silenced. Do it. Right, so now we should, theoretically, have enough to justify a war goal. We do. Make it happen. Right, I want you to have a different colour. You can be green. Because that sign colour is usually what I colour my training units. And there's the South African Revolution. I'm going to switch you all to Organica 2s. Brazilian Civil War. Everything's kicking off now, blimey. And we did actually have enough artillery to do that. Marvellous. Computing machines. So now I would like to have field hospitals so I can save some of my manpower. Oh, you know what? I really want to try poutine. I haven't had a proper one. Like, that just appeals to me. Anything with cheese, I'm Dutch. Anything cheesy is going to be like, yep, accepted. Now, I really hope taking the Portuguese mainland is going to be enough to capitulate them. 70% national unity, of which 2 is in Africa. 3. I mean, Porto is worth 10. Lisbon's worth 20. Yeah, hopefully taking over mainland Portugal will be enough. How many subs do I expect to hit before the end of the year? Expecting to hit 10k. For a while, I was thinking I'd hit 10k, but I reckon it's going to be around 8,000 by the end of the year. Like, it slowed down quite a lot again. But it might speed up again now that I'm more active. Like, the month of June was absolutely ridiculous. I think I got 750 subs in 1 month. It was crazy. And then in July, I got 450. Really slowed down, but that's because I wasn't very active. So who knows? And I know in the run-up to Christmas, YouTube tends to get more busy. Japan. Rhodesia has already capitulated. And my nose is getting itchy. Oh, fondue would be amazing. I really like the idea of fondue. I don't think I've ever had it. Increase in stability. The Carlist nation is strong. Damn right it is. Especially as nobody expects something or other. Favorite cheese right now is Dubliner. Okay, we have mountain infantry. Marvellous. It is still 38. We could research those. Encryption, decryption does really help when you're fighting, so let's get those. Though I could also get the support weapons. Ooh, white piece. Mexico came out ahead in that one. This is still pretty equal. And France is slowly pushing into Germany. Did Germany have a chance to recover? No. They still have quenched militarism and victors of the Weltkrieg. Although this gets rid of quenched militarism, so suddenly the Germans should be able to bounce back. Hey, Fanro. No, I haven't tried raclette. That does sound good. Okay, nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. A diplomatic approach is what is required. We must find a place for the socialists and monarchists within our new regime, and work with those members most amenable to reach a compromise which will satisfy us all. Or something like that. Okay, so now that we have enough points, we can go to partial mobilization, which will then allow us to actually start building factories. So let's cancel the Galicia factories and we'll go civilian in Catalonia. No, finish doing Granada and then Catalonia. There you go. Galicia hadn't started. It is going well. The civil war ended extremely quickly. And we are now preparing for a war against Portugal. In fact, how long until we can go and attack Portugal? 2nd of December, 38. The nation is recovering. Our efforts are rebuilding the economy and regaining the... Oh, it's just another 50 diplo. Cool. Or political, whatever. And now we have enough for the war economy when that happens. Marvellous! The rise of the Mongol Empire. Cool. So it's fancy cheese potatoes. Firemick, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Am I short any resources? Not really. I actually got a positive steel. That's rare. Probably just because I don't have that many factories yet. Flanders, Wallonia, oh dear. Oh dear, Germany. Oh dear, Germany. What? No. No! Germany! Why you do this? If you want to see how Germany really should fight France, check out the YouTube series, which you can find at my YouTube channel, youtube.com/MordredViking, where we have the major titans fighting, which is a player playing as Canada, we have a player playing as Germany, and a player playing as a Commune of France. And it is quite an interesting war. I could get a doctrine, that's true. I don't have any of those yet. I think I will go round battle plan, because it's definitely going to be a rolling, creeping doom. Mobile warfare is only really useful if you're going to be relying heavily on tanks, which we won't be. Mass assaults, if you have manpower and firepower, I just think is crap. Or we can get these. No, doctrines are probably more important. How is Germany getting wrecked? Germany is... Is this going up on YouTube? It will be, but it won't be until after the Austrian game finishes, which is on the 13th of August. So you got a week and a bit to wait until this goes up. Selfless promo. Well, I have to do it somehow. And Germany's losing because they didn't have quenched militarism. They didn't get rid of quenched militarism yet. Why is this saying that Portugal would win this? I massively outnumber them, don't I? Roughly the same, and they should have some troops in Africa. August Tomat, thank you very much for the follow, I appreciate that. Oh, you know what else is really good? Kebab pizzas. Oh yeah, those are good. Right, declare war, conquer. Declaration has been sent. We are going to go to war economy. And we are going to give you... No, we're going to let the Portuguese attack us. And then we'll attack into them. Actually, we can send some of you south. Wherever there is an opening, we may as well exploit it. Especially if that will result in a cut-off. You can block him, you can walk into there. You can walk into here and then into Porto, hopefully. Meaning that war should be rather shorter than it could have been. So you're walking over into that. And have you... Oh no, you're already attacking into there. As soon as you're out of strength. Oh, you're pushing south, that's fine. Aha! Spanish Inquisition. Excellent. Now we can start rebuilding the economy. The first order of business is to repair the damage that was done to the Spanish industrial sector. I would concur with this. Julio Cesar Francada Silva? Thank you very much for the follow, I appreciate that. Make sure to capture the booze in Portugal, those ports are worth a lot. Yes, we must capture Porto for the port. Absolutely. 100%. No, I don't want you leaving Porto, thank you very much. That would be naughty! We don't accept naughtiness here. Oh, you're attacking me, alright. Are we still... yeah, Iberian region. In fact... let's move you both here and see if it makes a difference for covering where we're actually fighting. I don't know if it does, I kind of doubt it, but we'll see. And we are getting a bunch of military... well, one military factory, which we will invest in further artillery. No. No, 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 no. There is something I would need more. Motorized. Which will require the import of various resources. Okay, no matter. That's fine. Are you going to let me take Lisbon? I have a feeling you are, aren't you? No, you're not. Good. Ooh, you pushed me back. It's not very nice. Tibet declared war on Bhutan. You can go and take this. Oh, there is actually someone in there. Well, kill them. Let's get a nice little cut off there and there. You go and assist. You go and assist. Yeah, we'll need to make sure that we encircle Lisbon completely. Will I get some synthetic factories? Yes, I think I will need to. Do I have a favourite Kaiserreich country to play as? Probably Russia. I really enjoyed the Russian game. Any possibility is playing as Germany again in the near future. Check out the Major Titans game. I'm playing as Germany in that. When is the next stream? The next stream will be tomorrow night, which will probably be Warhammer, I think, because I will have run out of recorded material otherwise. So probably Warhammer tomorrow. They really don't want to give up the ports. No, they don't, do they? But I'm going to make them. Okay, we've taken Porto, which puts them halfway to capitulation. Lisbon is worth double, so we should be totally fine once Lisbon falls. Portugal put up a pretty good fight, though. Like, kudos to them. Especially considering how veteran my units are and how good my commanders are. Yeah, don't forget how good my commanders are. Would I try a Mexico Kaiserreich playthrough? At some point, yes. They are very high up on the list. There it is, Fall of Lisbon. Reports from Lisbon confirm that the Portuguese capital is being captured by advancing Spanish troops after skirmishes through the Sierra de Montsano and the rapid push towards the mouth of the Tagus River. Portuguese forces put up stiff resistance, hoping to delay the Spanish forces for as long as possible, but were eventually beaten back. The fight for Lisbon was complicated as the Portuguese intentionally destroyed Lisbon's bridges, forcing Spanish troops to ford across the large river to fully capture the city. A ceremony is being held in the Praça do Congresso, where Spanish forces and officials honoured the upcoming unification of Iberia. Regardless, fighting continues as Portugal swears it will not give up. Except they have. I'm going to take all the things. Economic cooperation's been removed. Did I play on the public PS4s in Heathrow? I don't actually fly through Heathrow very often. Gatwick's easier for me. And now the Carlist Spanish Empire is quite a lot bigger, and we have a lot more resources and factories and stuff at our disposal, especially tungsten, which would actually behoove us to build... Actually, tungsten's artillery, so we just want massive artillery. I wonder if superior firepower would be the better option. Because usually tungsten would be used for medium tanks, but my medium tanks suck. So I'm not going to do that. Alright. Let's have a look at superior firepower. So for this we get all frontline battalions get soft attack. That is everything gets soft attack. Which fighting the Commune of France will be very useful because they are very infantry heavy. Leg infantry organisation, okay. All units plus 20% defence. That's actually huge. That might actually be the biggest defensive bonus. And then we probably want the integrated support. Oh no, sorry, dispersed support. So we could have more line artillery, but that's only recovery rate. That doesn't matter so much. Artillery don't have a huge amount of organisation, do they? No. Artillery have a negative organisation. Superior firepower just doesn't make that much sense to me. And then the line artillery soft attack does mean that all of the artillery is plus 10 attack bonus, but considering this is like the linchpin for this entire group, it's just not that strong. Breakthrough plus 10%, Shock and awe, whole army gets more soft attack, recon and reinforce rate, okay, that one's fairly decent. All infantry, motorised and mechanised get recovery rate and organisation. Tanks get more recovery rate, that's not bad. And then shock and awe, even more soft attack. So this whole thing is about doing loads of damage to enemy infantry units. Concentrated fires, hard attacks for the entire army. Tanks, more soft and hard attack, which is irrelevant to me. Tactical withdrawal, which is reinforce rate. Or air superiority plus 20% is pretty strong. That is one of the strongest things about this line. And you get more organisation. I just don't rate this. Sorry, you Fen Chief, I just don't agree with you. At all. All of these bonuses are terrible in comparison to the Grand Battle Plan ones. But you have to use the plans, which I do. I use them quite heavily. Max entrenchment speed, that means you can be more defensive. It's a toss-up between whether the mobile defence, but when you consider trench warfare plus prepared defence, then the Grand Battle Plan defensive ones are a lot better. Max planning plus 30%, that is a 30% bonus to attacks. How is this a bad thing? The defence we've already talked about. Breakthrough plus 10% for the entire army, that's not just tanks. And soft attack for everyone. Then you can go assault or infiltration. The assault is more organised, more mechanised bonuses, so mechanised and motorised get organisation bonuses. That's now 50% max planning bonus. More organisation. More breakthrough for the entire army, not just tanks. Even more max planning, so you're up to 60% planning, and you planning speed 35% faster. And more organisation. I wonder if they have more organisation. Pretty sure they don't. No. I'm pretty sure Grand Battle Plan gives you more organisation too. Or you can go infiltration, which means your infantry has more breakthrough and organisation. Tanks have slightly more organisation recovery rate. That's not a great one. Supply consumption is reduced. That's good in mountains and things like that, but otherwise not great. This one's plus 25% bonus damage, basically. Because, well, it's more like 12% bonus damage. Because half the battles happen at night. So anything that increases night land attack is a good thing. More organisation. And then more recon company reconnaissance, which is the same as what this one does, but with a better chain. I don't see why you say that. Firepower. No, the only thing that superior firepower does is more soft damage. Granted, if you're fighting against someone like Russia, which is just going to be using billions of infantry against you, then superior firepower is probably better. But in basically any other circumstance, then Grand Battle Plan is. Alright, here's a question for you. Why do you rate firepower so highly? I can be persuaded. I always have an open mind about these things. I just don't understand why you consider it better. Please educate me. Mass assault is pretty strong. You don't like the infiltration side. The main reason to get the infiltration is the night assault tactics, but otherwise assault is probably the one that you want. Simply because it comes with more max planning. And max planning is really where the strength of the Grand Battle Plan lies. I admit, Grand Battle Plan is more rigid. You need to be organised and prepared in where you are pushing. If you're fighting a very messy war, then it's not going to be great. But if you're quite good at keeping your troops organised and attacking in certain areas in a coordinated fashion, as I would have to say I'm pretty decent at doing, then Grand Battle Plan is just the stronger option. Maybe that's just my personal playstyle, I don't know. So I'm going to stick with Grand Battle Plan because I think it will be the better option. Yeah, but soft attack is now increasingly mitigated by armour, so if you come up against any kind of armoured defence, then your soft attack is not going to do anything. Because initially when the game was first released, I grant you, soft attack was ridiculously strong, but they have buffed to the impact of armour.